Okay, today's video is going to be on. We've got Christmas coming up pretty soon. My wife's just putting up the decorations and stuff, and she wanted me to make something on the laser that she could kind of light up and, put up as a decoration. So I was just trying to design something, and this was the idea that I come up with. So the whole base of it is going to be 14 inches wide and 28 long. Because what I'm going to do is put like slots in this, and then make slots on these different things over here, so that add some trees around here and there, and a deer, and I've got Santa in there which I can put up higher. So first of all, I'm going to make the box the size I want it. So it was 14 inches high, 28 inches wide. And now I know the wood that I'm using is, I'm going to drag out another square here. The wood I'm using, I know it in millimeters, it's exactly 4 millimeters, is a nice tight fit. So I've got one of them lines. I'm going to go to the array tool and make that into 4 of them, and then just move this space in till they're nicely spaced apart, and then click OK once I've got that where I want it. So now I've got, these are 4 mil wide, so my wood will slot straight in here now. So all I've got to really do is make slots onto these, to fit in there. So what I'm going to do is single them out. I'm going to grab this one tree here and zoom in on this. As well, this is where you're going to pick, how tall you want your tree to be. I'm going to do a few different sizes, so I'll do, this one's like 8 inches tall now. And then what I would do is this bottom part just needs to be extended really. So I'm going to draw out a box here. I know the wood at the bottom here, I'm going to use white board, and that's about 1/8 inch thick, so I ain't got too much room to stick in there, but it's a nice tight fit. It should hold it no problem. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a 1/4 inch. I'm going to lift it up to here, put it on the same layer, select both by holding control and clicking, and then take everything out of the center. And now I've got this little flap that I can put in there. The Santa one I was going to have like off of the ground, so it weren't. So all I'm going to do here is drag out 2 squares in the opposite direction, just as wide as I want really, because it's just going to stick in. They are going to show, but hopefully being white it might not stick out too bad. I'm just going to put one at the back, control and click center the sleigh, and take everything out the middle. So now I've got that one which will come down, and then I just have to do the same over the front here somewhere just to support it. It don't really matter how wide it is. You don't want it too wide because you're going to see it, but yeah. Oh, group that back together. And now, yeah, this will just go into any of them, wherever. Oh, one thing you do want to make sure is that they're the same length, unless you want them different lengths. So one way that you can do that is with the pen tool, hold shift, and it'll draw a straight line. Then that way I'll just adjust. I'm going to have to do it with the node editing tool. I'm just going to select these 2, hold shift, lift these up to that line, and you see it snap in place. Now I can just delete that. Yep, and there's that one. And this one you can actually adjust the size if you wanted to make it a bit bigger, because it's still going to be 4mm wide, so maybe I'll make it a bit bigger like that. I'll be out on the laser and I'll start cutting it. It's a 12 speed and a 60 power. I'm using the white board.